Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Locks of the Day podcast. I'm here once again with Zach and Andrew. This is episode number 82. We are here to lock you in with Week 12, Thursday Night Football, premium locks. We have the Bills versus the Texans. The 7-3 Bills versus the 5-5 Texans. Vegas has the Bills favored at 6 points right now, 5.5 to 6 points, depending on the book, with the over-under at 43.5. Obviously, we each have a lock for you today. So we're going to get right into it. Andy, you got a 3-star over there, kid? Go give it to him.
Yes, sir. 3 star is going to be Texans plus 7.5. Going to take the home dogs here in a primetime game. Texan defense has been dominating. Best defense in the league. And I mean, just have the shittiest offense, low key. But defensively, they've let up least amount of yards per game, least amount of points given up this year. Fifth in takeaways with 16 in 10 games. Pretty solid. And as a team, they've generated 22 sacks so far this year. Defense just crazy. Bills, on the other hand, completely opposite. Offense, electric. Defense is honestly not that good, kind of mid. Against the pass, they're honestly pretty solid, but against the run, they're fucking horrible. They're dead. They're basically dead last. Against the run, they let up 153 yards per game. There's only one team that's worse than them. That's the Bengals. But Texans don't really have the best run game, but they're still averaging over 100 yards per game, so they could still put up some points here. And what Davis Mills at QB, he's more consistent in the aspect of knowing what to do at all times, not afraid to sling it either. He's not afraid to throw the ball 40 plus times per game. And Texans, I feel like their like organization, their GM, their coach, like everyone, they got confidence in him to just let it rip, let it fly. So if the Texans defense can hold strong, I mean, it can put the offense in good field position, sneak a couple points. I think plus 7.5 is. That should be a breeze. Money line could be a little sneaky here, but give me Texans plus 7.5 minus 145. Lock that in.
Love it. Money line is a little sneaky. What is the line? Do you know off the dome? It's like two,
Do something.
I don't know, like 235 or something like that.
I'll check.
Yeah, get that, and I'll do my pick. But anyways, rolling off what you said with the Bills defense sucking against the run. Yeah, we're going with a little 2-star on the Texans. Woody Marks 60 plus rushing yards at a minus 135. Marks has hit 60 plus yards 3 times this season, all within the last 7 games. Because he's clearly taken over the backfield for the Texans. 2 weeks ago, he had 14 rushes. Last week, he had a season high of 18. Meanwhile, you have Nick Chubb, who 2 weeks ago had 5 rushes, and then last week down to only 3 rushes. So, I mean, it's not even really a competition in that backfield anymore. Marks is clearly taking the lead role. He's the more talented back out of the two as well. Chubb obviously has had endless injuries with his career. One of the greatest pure runners of all time in his prime, but injuries just kind of fucked him, poor man. But it's obviously Woody Marks' time now. And he's shown really good flashes so far this season as well. And like Andy said, the Bills, they've given up the second most rushing yards in the entire league. I'm talking 1,530 yards given up within 10 games. 153 yards per game.
Horrible.
Terrible. Like, absolutely terrible. They've also given up the most rushing touchdowns in the entire league with 17. So you're giving up almost 2 rushing touchdowns per game. Also terrible. Clearly, the Bills' defense is terrible against the run. Woody Marks is obviously the best running back on the team. So if you have a terrible run defense, and this dude's clearly going to be getting the ball, take the man who's getting the ball. I'm going to take this over. So lock in that little 2-star Woody Marks, 60 plus rushing yards, a minus 135. He may get way more. I'm just keeping it safe, cashing the boys some money. Zach, what do you got over there for another 2-star kid?
We're gonna keep it on the Texans bandwagon here, and we're gonna go Davis Mills 200 plus passing yards at a minus 145. So we're going against the good part of the Bills defense, but honestly, the Bills are gonna have to make some choices because if they have a crappy run defense, they either got a choice. They either got to take away the run, and these guys are gonna throw all game, or if they take away the pass, they're gonna let them run. But I think the Bills are gonna struggle in this one because arguably the Texans have gotten better since Davis Mills took over. And as Andrew said, they have given Davis Mills free reign since this guy took over. This dude is slinging it. In 2.5 quarters, he had 30 passes against Denver. And against Jacksonville, he threw the ball 45 times. In a tight game against Tennessee last week, in a 16-13 game, he still threw it 41 times. and he threw for 292 against Jacksonville, 275 or 274 against Tennessee, and in 2.5 quarters threw for 137 against Denver, who has a top defense in the league. I don't really see I mean, honestly, I think this game is going to be a shootout, and I do think it's going to be a close game. I could see a 35-28 kind of game, or maybe a 31-28 game where the Bills, I think, are really going to put up points on this Texans team. I think this is going to be probably the best offense besides Seattle that they are going to see all year. But I do think that the Bills defense is going to struggle, and they're going to have to put up points. And I see that this Texans team, they're just going to launch it. It's kind of just like the white Jameis Winston throwing the ball right now. They're just letting Davis Mills just kind of sling it, except he just doesn't throw a million interceptions. But I don't know. Davis Mills 200 plus passing yards. It's I just think it's too low. I think it's too low. Minus 145 is good value, so we're just going to roll with that for the 2 star and just keep it as simple as possible.
Love
I
it.
love it. And like you said, he threw for how many yards in like 2.5 quarters? 130 something
130 something against Denver.
against the Broncos.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
factor that in, and then you add in the Bills. Not the same. Absolutely not the same. Broncos are a top 3, top 2, maybe top 1 defense in the league. They're right there with the Texans. Some would say Broncos are better. Some would say Texans are better. You can have it either way. Both elite. But yeah, it's prime time. We're obviously rolling with the Texans here. We got the Texans, Davis Mills, and Woody Marks. We're locking in. But yeah, you boys got anything else?
I'm good.
Seem a little hesitant over there, kid. What do you got?
That money line is plus 220. It's not bad.
Juice. I know. I thought I saw it at plus 235. They're scared.
Uh,
They're moving it down.
yeah.
No one's betting that, I'll tell you that
No.
much. Why,
No.
like
No.
the Bills? How are you going to go against the Bills when it's like kind of the shitty Texans?
Yeah, exactly.
That money line
We'll
is
show
going to
you
be in
why.
a lot of parlays.
They
It's going to be in a lot of
Start off the
parlays.
week.
they couldn't cover 5 against the Titans last week, the Texans. So it's like I bet you a lot of people had them.
Yes, that is
Yeah.
very true. That is very
Exactly.
true. Matt, yeah, no, lock in the Texans.
Mhm.
But anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning into the Locks of the Day podcast. That's episode number 82. Get those locks in. You won't regret it. Let's sweep again for Thursday Night Football, huh, boys?
Come
Let's
on,
go.
need it.
Thank you guys so much. Peace.